A black business owner says her racist white neighbors vandalized her property. Angel Pittman planned to start a mobile hair salon company.
I'm alive and well. Black woman, successful business leader, has a racist neighbor. Let me give you the background. All right, let's put a picture up for Mass. Her name is Angel Pittman, 20-year-old entrepreneur.
She had dreamed in what she calls a racially motivated attack.
WCNC Charlotte's Jessie Pierre is sharing her story and how she's inspiring others to keep pushing forward.
Angel Pittman says she's loved doing hair since she was a little girl. She dreamed of transforming her buses into a salon, but instead they were damaged, and she believes it's because of the color of her skin.
But I did not ever picture that to happen to me, you know what I'm saying? I was just like so happy-go-lucky, and then I was just like reality.
20-year-old Angel Pittman had a plan in motion to have her very own hair salon.
I had bought some land and I had bought some buses to put on my land because I wanted to have a tiny home out of one bus, and I wanted to have a salon out of two of my other buses.
Even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
So how much you have so far?
What you mean? How many catalytic converters?
No, in the GoFundMe.
So after Guardian had posted my situation, which is very amazing, I'm very happy that they did that. I gained over $50,000, but I already had 40, so it's like 100 and something now, which is really good. And I can definitely use that to go towards fixing the buses, but I'm more so like, I'm gonna fix 2 of them, and then one of the buses I'm just gonna have to get a whole new one, because instead of them like vandalizing this one with like words and stuff, they vandalized it, like they broke into it and did crazy stuff to it, but they use it as a restroom. So now that one just smells horrible. It's feces everywhere. I just was speaking to the mechanic yesterday, and I have footage of us going into the bus, looking at it, and he was just like, yeah, this bus is not, you're not able to use this bus. So that smell is not going to go anywhere. And I'm not about to have people coming inside my salon that smells like straight human feces. No, that's disgusting.
So you was when that pee-peed and boo-booed on there and just left all these stuff, yeah. And it's still on that bus?
Yeah, it's still on the bus. And they use tissue to, like, they have left evidence and everything, which is crazy. Like, they use tissue to wipe their butt, but they just threw the tissue on the bus. So it's just tissue all over the seats, feces all over the seats, urine everywhere. It's so disgusting. The mechanic didn't even want to go inside of the bus because he had to get the bus on a tow truck. So, you know, they have to go inside of the bus to, I guess, whatever they do. So he tried to go inside the bus and didn't even want to go inside the bus and tow it. Like, he was like, this is crazy. I don't know why you guys even want this bus. It smells disgusting.
I got some old church mothers that can go in there and clean that, and you ain't gonna smell nothing.
Really?
Man, hey, I'm just saying, cause you know them church mothers, they got the babies. They
oh yeah, they don't
bathrooms at the church.
So I'm like, they can get that smell
and peed on yourself, and you don't know it.
They can get that smell out. Oof,
Lord. They get the smell out. I mean, you good. This is good. Good segue. You good.
I'm happy for, you know, the support that I got. But at the end of the day, okay, the support is amazing, but I still want to take action, you know, to figuring out why they feel like that it's okay to still be racist right now. At any time, it was never okay to be racist. But right now, come on, chill out. Like, that's stupid. Why are you still doing that? And then they talking about a sundown town. I never even knew what that was until this situation happened. One of my followers had explained to me that Salisbury is a sundown town. Like, if a Black person is walking around in Salisbury, when the sun goes down, it's over. Like, what? That don't even mean that. What?
Okay. All right. Well, since we already here, welcome to Unmuted, everybody. I'm your host, comedian Scott Simpkins, but I don't want to be funny today. I want to fight because somebody messed with my little baby sister today. My 20-year-old sister in North Carolina got messed with, and I'm letting y'all know y'all got to deal with me today. Y'all got to deal with me today. Y'all got to deal with me today. She is an entrepreneur. She's an African-American female, as you can see, and she has a heart for people and wanted to help people. And she acquired 3 school buses that she wanted to live in one, hook one up to have somebody to occupy, and the other she uses to go around doing people's hair, a mobile hair salon. Yes. How dope is that? How awesome is that? Because you know some of y'all ain't got no edges right now. Y'all are wanting somebody to come find, like, oh, girl, I wish, you know, somebody come to my job. You know, I ain't got to go nowhere now, you know, she got that. She actually has that. But one fateful day, she comes back home with her mother. Now, she noticed that her school buses has been vandalized, racist remarks on it by her racist neighbors.
Yes.
I'm honored to have her here today, and I want her to talk a little bit about it. But before we go to that story, I want to scale back a little bit to what made you want to be a hairstylist in the first place?
So ever since I was a young child, I've always wanted to, you know, help my mom. So my mom, she really wasn't able to do my hair all the time, and I still had to go to school, but I was young, and my sisters, they had to go to school too, but our parents weren't really around as much as, you know, it would seem like a parent would be around. Like, she wasn't really around to do our hair like that. So my sisters would always come home and tell me, like, Angel, I'm getting bullied and stuff like that. They would be crying. They would be so sad all the time. And I would be sad too, because I would be getting bullied too. So I'm like, if I'm feeling this way, then my little sister probably most definitely feels even worse. So, sorry, somebody's calling.
No, it's okay.
So, they told me that one day, and I just was thinking, like, how in the world can I help? You know what I'm saying, my mom, I kind of realized that she had a struggle at, you know, at an early age. I was just like, she can't help us at this point. I know she loves me, but she's not going to be able to help us with this. So I just started doing their hair. Now, I was young, so I probably didn't do much of a good job, but it was way better than what it was before. So I helped them, you know, every day get their hair done. And I just wanted to get better at it. So I just kept practicing and practicing and practicing. And I didn't know much about YouTube when I was young. So I just did it myself. And I just learned myself. But then once I got a little older, like around 13, 14, 15, 16, I started, you know, going on YouTube and actually, you know, looking at tutorials on how to actually get better. And my dad had bought me a baby doll with, you know, a lot of hair. And I just would practice on that all the time. And I just kind of knew, like, this was something that I wanted to do. Like, this is something that women look at as serious. Like, our hair is serious. Think about it. We can get our hair done. So I was just like, that's something that I can do to always help people. And that's something that's never going to go to waste. Women are always going to want their hair to be done. Always. So that's that I can do forever. So that's when I just, you know, kept doing it, kept getting better at it. And I started my business at 16.
At 16 years old.
Yeah, 16 years old. I had people coming inside my daddy's house every day to get their hair done and to pay me. They was like when they would come inside the house, they would think like it wasn't gonna be me doing their hair, because I'll be talking to them through the phone, so professional. And then they would come to the house and be like, okay, so where's the stylist? And I would just be like, it's me. And then I'm short now. I'm 20 years old and I'm short.
Yeah, you are definitely.
So I'm like, picture me when I was younger. So they was just like, no. And then when I would do their hair, they would be so like, what in the world? Like, you did this? This is crazy. And yeah. So that's pretty much how it started. And I just kept going on with it. And I'm just, better at it now. So now I call myself a professional hairstylist.
No. You don't call yourself a professional.
I am, yes.
You are.
Wow.
But you wanted to do a little bit more than just that. You actually wanted to help people.
Yes.
You want to help people. So
yeah.
How old were you when you purchased your land and your buses?
I was 20 years old.
God dang, what kind of money you got?
I was saving since I was 17. Like when I was 16, I was like, okay, I just started my business. So the money that I got, I would use to kind of invest more into my business, like get the best products and get the best things that could make my business easier at home. So then once I hit 17, I had been working for a little minute. I'm working for a year. So I was able to acquire money to save and money to put into my business. So I had just been, saving, investing for a long time. And I finally was able to purchase land in Salisbury, North Carolina, because Charlotte land was way too expensive. Like I was never going to be able to get that right now. So I was just like to my mom, because she found me some cheaper land and she was able to find some in Salisbury. So I was super excited when she told me about it. We went to go look at it. Everything was fine. When I first went, there was nothing like sketchy about the area. It was just like a neighborhood. It was nothing super sketchy about the area. I mean, there was white people there, but I don't have a problem with white people. So I was just chilling. Now when I went, so I'm gonna just answer your question as it go. I'm not gonna get into nothing. But yeah, so I got land when I was 20 years old.
When you was 20
and
years
I bought
old.
the bus when I was 20, yes.
That is amazing to get that when you're 20 years old. Mm-hmm. So at the age of 16, you started to save your money. Man, yes. You know what we was doing at 20 years old? At 16, we wasn't saving money like that.
Yes.
I mean, we was trying to, snag the baddest female we could in high school and then dump up for the other, bald-headed chick down the street. But no, that's not what we're talking about today, though. But it just, at 16,
I
we
never
learned about stuff like that.
I never went to prom. I was always that girl that, never really did nothing for real. I was just always working.
You was always working?
Huh?
See, I knew he was here. I didn't go to prom either. My high school sweetheart, they told me that Scott, she was sitting over there in the corner waiting on you to come, but I was at work. I worked at Piccadilly restaurant in the mall in Bradenton, Florida. I didn't go. I had to work, Right. But I mean, sorry. Hey, Adriel, if you still out there sitting in the corner, I'll come get you now. I come, I'll take you to McDonald's or something. But
I'll do your hair.
Huh? You'll do the hair?
Yes.
Dopeness. All right, so you purchase your land in North Carolina, Salisbury, and that's just to kind of the sound like that. That sound like a place where a lot of racism goes on, which is true. A lot of racism do go on in North Carolina and South Carolina. I experienced it at 18, and now you've experienced it at the age of 20. Mm-hmm. Now, can you walk us through the story after you got your buses and after you got your land and your dream? What happened?
So I had got my buses first before I got the land, but I knew that I needed to get land fast because I was like, I can't put my buses on my land, on my dad's land, because the HOA is crazy. Like they don't allow us to do nothing. Like we have to keep our grass cut every week. We can't do nothing wrong. So I couldn't put my buses there. So I was like, okay, I have to get the land. So I went on ahead and got the land. And once I closed on the land, I didn't bring the buses yet. I just closed on the land. When I went up there the first time, he was pretty much like, it was cool at first, but then he walked up to me and he was like, what are you looking for, shade? And I was like, no, I didn't really know what that meant. So I was just like, no, I just bought this land. And he was like, no, that's my sister's land. He was pretty much telling me like, no, that's my sister's land. I was like, no, sir, I just bought this land. So I'm thinking in my mind, like, oh, his sister probably used to be here, but he don't know that his sister left, which is weird, but okay. So that was that. And even after that, he was, cool, and he was just chill, and we actually exchanged numbers and everything. So I left and came back a week later with my buses. Or maybe it was a couple days later, maybe like 3 or 4 days later. I just said a week. And we brought the buses, me, my dad, and my mom. We brought the buses because it was 3. We had to drop them up there. We brought the buses and we just set them there, to wait for people to actually come in and start fixing up the buses for my mobile salon and for my tiny home. So we brought the buses there and we left. And then we came back and our buses were destroyed. Now, when I first went there, there was no Confederate flags. There was no swastika symbols anywhere. There was no, what's it called? Ku Klux Klan statues. Yes. There was none of that. If that would have been that when I went there, I would have never even bought the land.
You would have ran about it, just like get out at the end. You definitely would have.
Right. And I had my little sister and little brother there when I first went. So we were looking around. Babies, they be walking around, doing all types of stuff. We were actually walking around. They were moving around, looking at stuff. We were looking at the homes because they were running around and stuff. So when that happened, when I saw that, we went back and I saw it and I was just like, those are not my buses. I was just thinking like, those are not my buses. That can't be my stuff. Like, they didn't do that.
How I love those buses and now they look like crap. Yeah.
Because that don't even make no sense. So then I was like, I just saw like the first word that I seen, I just saw nigger. I was like, please don't say they actually did that. I'm dreaming right now. Let me just blink a couple times really quick. They actually wrote that on my bus. They wrote nigger on my bus. They put B word, FU, all types of crazy stuff that I've never, just never thought that anyone would ever, do. It's crazy. And then I walked up to the bus and I was actually scared to walk in the grass because the grass wasn't cut. So I was thinking like, if they did that, they could have put bear traps in the grass, bombs, all that stuff. So I was actually scared, but I was just like, I need to see what they did to my bus. So when I walked over there, I was already recording because I was just like, what in the world? I was already recording for YouTube, like on our way up there, because I make YouTube videos and I'm a content creator for Instagram. So I was recording to show them my land. And when I went, it was like a raw reaction that I seen that on my buses. So I got out the car still recording and I was just like, they destroyed my stuff and was showing. And as I'm showing them, I'm just looking at all the crazy stuff that they did to my stuff. So I'm looking at the words and then I go to the side and I see that my windows are busted out of my buses. And it cost a lot to get those buses, and not even just to get the buses, but to get the buses down here from New York. So I had to pay the people to try to bring the buses down here. So it was like all of this money that I spent on this stuff just went straight to waste because even the land, like I'm not about to sit there and just be at that land if I know that there's people over there that hate me that will probably try to kill me if they could. Right. Especially since I was going to live down there by myself. So, that was more so like I have a lot of brothers and sisters, like the house is getting crowded. That was something that I did for myself. Like, okay, I'm going to move out at this time. That was my chance to move out and, just do things on my own. Like I had been saving all this time so I could be able to do things on my own. And I finally was able to, and they just literally just took all of that from me so quickly.
All right. Let me say this. First, I applaud you to have that type of mindset and actually going and doing what you set out to do. Yes. You wanted to move out and you created, number one, you got land and 3 buses for Christ's sake. I don't know what type of money that you make, but I mean, that is dope. You actually pursued it and you did it, you got it. And you already had in your mind, hey, look, this is what I want to do. Hey, look, I know how much I need to spend, and you actually did, and you didn't waste your money at all. Yeah. So congratulations to you on that, for even having that type of mind and actually doing it. That's something for the young people. If y'all listening, y'all need to check that out and actually see how to really get that going for yourself. But I want to ask you this: when you guys was in that area, you didn't get no inkling that this might be a racist area. My neighbors might be racist.
No.
When you said shade, I'm thinking about what are you talking about? Shade underneath the tree or something? Or
right.
What?
That's what I'm thinking. But I am a loving person, and I've always been a sheltered girl. Like I've always been sheltered. My dad, he lets us do stuff, but we've always been like pretty much sheltered from the world. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, for me to actually be able to step out and, okay, now I have my dad's blessing to go ahead and do what I have to do.
Right.
Me stepping out and being able to venture the world on my own, I'm not thinking anything racist. I'm not thinking, oh, this person's about to be racist towards me. Oh, this is a racist land. Oh, I'm not thinking any of that. Right. This is really one of the first times that I'm able to just go out and venture the world on my own and have my own place and have my own business. And you know what I'm saying? I never felt like I was a bother to my parents, bringing a lot of people inside the house all the time and doing their hair. But I just felt like, you know what I'm saying? My parents want to have their own space. They bought this house for them. They don't want to see people in their house every single solitary day. Right. So it just, you know, it was just something that I was very excited for, something that I wrote down in my journal almost every day. You know what I'm saying? That I was excited for. So when it happened, it was definitely a surprise. I never would have thought in a million years that someone would have been racist towards me. Ever.
So you was on Instagram creating content, happy, excited about what God just blessed you. Now ain't nobody but God to bless you to do this.
Yes.
You see all these words on your stuff, man, and this is raw emotion that we were seeing on your videos here. That's what that was raw. So you didn't have no clue that none of this stuff was going on with your buses. No. Okay, so after you saw that, did you suspect that was your neighbor that did it, or did you think anybody else could have done it?
I immediately thought it was my neighbor because of the fact that he did not have the Confederate flags and the Ku Klux Klan symbols when I first got there. But now all of a sudden, when I come back and all my stuff is destroyed, you have that. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, what in the world? What did I just get myself into? Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I immediately thought it was him. And just based off of the way he was acting, it was just really weird because he had already knew who I was, but he had a gun out and was like, get them buses off my land. He was pretty much telling me to get them buses that was on my land off of his land. You know what I'm saying?
You purchased.
Yes. Like, oh, it don't matter if you spent your money on this stuff. This stuff over here is still mine. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
You got the paperwork. You got the legal rights to it. You spent your hard-earned money there. Yes. And he's still saying that this is mine.
Exactly. And that's why I thought that it was him, because he said all them things to me. And now those encounters happened when I saw the buses and I was just like, what in the world is going on? But I called the police as soon as I saw it. It took the police every bit of like 2 to 3 hours to get there. It took the police so long. So while we're waiting on the police, these new encounters are happening. If the police would have came, we wouldn't even have to deal with all that stuff. But the police took so long to come. And we just was dealing with so much. Like, he literally whipped out a gun for no reason. He was like, to get those buses off of his lawn. He told us to get the F out of his yard. And we wasn't even in his yard. We was on the street driving because we were trying to see, like, who in the world could have even done this? So we were just driving slow on the street. And in one of my videos, you can see that he literally was like, get off my lawn. And my dad, he said to my dad, can I help you with something? And my dad was like, like, he didn't really hear what he said. Then he was like, can I help you with something? And then my dad was like, no. And he was like, well, get the F off of my lawn. Wow. Or get the F off my front yard. But we weren't even in his front yard. So my dad backed the truck up. Instead of going forward, he just went back to our land and was like, okay, we're going to sit right here and we're going to continue to wait for the police.
Okay. All right. We have footage of the man that you believe that did this to your buses.
Yes.
Benjamin, we had to fire Bartholomew. He stole sandwiches out my refrigerator. But Benjamin, can you show that footage?
Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run.
That little skinny dude right there is the one that did your buses like this, man. Let me tell you something like this, man. You have dead chili sauce eating bastards. You I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm not.
I know. Okay, calm down.
This is America, people. This is America. This is why we're still having trouble trying to succeed, trying to have something. This is why the way that we are, the fear that we have with the police because they didn't show up 2 to 3 hours. That's why we don't trust. The time that we need help, the time that we need an extension, the time that we need a true olive branch for help, you don't show up in due manner. We get our own stuff and you still feel like, oh, this is mine after she had. Right. That sounds so familiar on how America was founded in the first place. This wasn't ours. This wasn't yours. You took it. So now you try to take this young woman's business, take her land, take her buses. Well, you didn't want the buses. You just vandalized the buses. What are you talking about? Now, let's scale back because, before we actually started, we started already. Mm-hmm. What did they do to one of your buses? I got to hear this again. What did they do to one of your buses?
They wrote or spray painted, whatever they did. They wrote on the bus. They put Nick.
No. They ain't talking about the markers and the spray paint, nothing like that. No, they did some other stuff.
You're good.
They did some stuff. No, they cool. They did some stuff that you do in the restroom.
Yes. Yeah, they used the bathroom in one of my buses. So at this time, I can still be on the video, but my client is back.
Hey, client.
They're like 12 my face or
we're working on her hair, y'all. So
yeah, you good. Hey, look, you know how y'all be doing it when y'all put pictures up. They be hiding their face and showing before and after pictures with their face still covered up. We know it's you, Cassandra. We know it's you. Nah, it's good though. So they use the restroom in your bus.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's interesting.
They used the restroom. They had human feces everywhere, urine everywhere. The bus smells horrible, like they've been doing it for weeks. And I left that bus up there after the situation. I brought 2 of my buses back to Charlotte, but I left that bus there because that bus wasn't moving anymore. Now, when I first went up there, all my buses were able to move. Now, all of a sudden, my bus can't move. So I don't know actually, I do know what happened because when I talked to the mechanic yesterday, he told me that they cut wires. He had opened up the hood and showed me the wires that they cut that destroyed the bus pretty much.
So what time did they have to do all this? Because, I mean, how long were you going with your mother?
How long have I been with her?
No, like you guys were gone when they did all this.
Yeah, we were gone. So I brought the buses up to the land and I came back a week later. And that's when the buses were destroyed. So I don't know how long it took them, maybe a day, to do all this stuff. I don't know. And then when I came back and I brought 2 of the buses home back to Charlotte, I had to literally drive the bus all the way to Charlotte with those crazy words on it, with nigger and B word all on it. So when I had to stop at the gas station and get gas, it was just so heartbreaking because people were staring at me and they were just like, why is, I'm thinking in their mind, they probably like, why is she driving a bus that says nigger on it? You know what I'm saying?
Then about to ask to say, hey, young sis, hey, what's going on? Who did this to you?
No one asked what was wrong. No one asked if I was okay. They just kind of just stared at me like I was an alien.
You know what? That's so weird because we're supposed to be such a helping community, a helping nation. We'll go over to another country and fight, and we'll go over, we'll go over there like try to trade for Brittany Grain and all that bull. I'm like, listen, first of all, we don't drive around with stuff like that on our vehicles, number one.
Right.
Number two, I mean, we may have a license plate to say juicy fruit or something like that on the back, you know what I'm saying, some fancy, it's too tight, the guy, the juicy couture on the backside. But we don't drive around with nigger, the ER, or even nigger. We have that on our cars. And nobody thought, okay, her glasses are bust out. You got dicks on it. You got words that are derogatory on the bus. And nobody said, hey, look.
Bus with glass everywhere. It was so horrible. And I'm just driving and crying the whole time.
I saw that. That's when I reached out to you. When I saw them tears and I heard that, I'm like, nope, somebody hurt my little sister, boy. When you do that, listen to America. When a black woman cry and she get that, either you gonna die, get beat up, or Jesus is gonna come down and see about this. And look, Big Brother Scott gonna come and make some moves. I had to reach out to you. Now
I'm glad you did.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because we're getting this story out there. Everybody needs to know what happened. Because we're gonna get you some help. I'm gonna come down there and we're gonna see what we can do about that. Okay. And little old white man gonna have to see me. I'm sorry. You don't have to see me, bro.
Okay.
Your potted meat with a cracker and half soda eating behind. That's exactly what that one look like. He look like one of them things for the wrong turn. He look like one of them people for wrong turn. That's exactly what it look like. You know. Now, on a lighter note, I see that you're doing hair.
Yes.
I know some sisters going to be watching this. A lot of sisters going to be watching this. What type of hairstyle are you doing for her?
I'm doing soft locks right now.
Soft locks?
Yes.
So those are not sister locks?
No. No. I'm working with extensions right now. So, okay. No. Usually with sister locks, it will be like with your real hair. But I'm working with extensions right now, so she's gonna get like long locks. They're gonna be super cute. I'm gonna post them on my Instagram.
Okay. So have you ever done stepsister locks?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, I can show you what it is. I can show you what it is. She only had money to get three locks in her head, and the rest of it ponytails.
That's funny.
That's stepsister locks.
I should make that.
This right here is what this young woman wanted to do on a bus. She wanted to come to your neighborhood, your area, while you're at work and you just got off, but you couldn't make an appointment. She wanted to pop up to your job. And that's what she was getting ready to do. She invested the money to do it. She want to come exactly where you're at on the mobile bus and do your hair. We're going to help her get her buses fixed. We're going to help her get back on the road and get that business back up. There's no way possible that in this country that I'm alive in, that I'm allow certain people to do certain things to our young women and men if I can help it.
Yes.
I am a great nephew of Booker T. Washington, so it's in my blood. So, and I'm also saved and sanctified by Holy Ghost filled. I don't care what none of my exes say. Yes, I am. I caught y'all cheating. I had to cuss you out and get you out the house. I apologize for cussing, but I did rededicate my life to the Lord. But before we leave, I know you got your business going, and I don't want to interrupt that no more because I don't want her to be blaming me for making her look like one of R. Kelly children.
No, I'm gonna still do it right now. One thing.
Oh, you gonna do it right? Okay, all right.
I can multitask really good.
Okay, all right, cool. So you got your lawyers in place?
My lawyers, I don't have one right now. That's the reason why I can't really say too much because I don't know what they would, say I can't do. So I don't have one right now, but I am looking for one. And I'm going to get one really soon, probably by like next Tuesday. My dad is, having conversations with some of them to see which one he wants to use. So we haven't picked one yet, but we have a couple that want to help us.
All right. I know you can't talk about, because you got the police involved in this and another. You can't go too far. But when they got there, were they willing to help, or did they look like they was concerned?
No, they didn't look concerned one bit. It's like as soon as they saw us and like they knew that we were black, I'm not even gonna do like the black and white thing, even though it is. But just based off the situation, vandalism, they didn't do anything. Just based off of just the regular law, trespassing.
Trespassing. That's an offense. Thank you, seated hair getting done woman. Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's a hate crime.
Yeah, they
have been blown up on charges.
Right.
Like that.
They did not care. They didn't try to investigate anything. They didn't try to knock on doors. They didn't try to see, if anyone seen anything, try to look at a doorbell camera, nothing. All they did was say, oh, they do this all the time. That's literally the words that they said.
That's what they said.
They do this all the time. Yes.
Okay. Can you give me the name of the police unit that's there, the county and all?
I would have to go through my phone and look at it because I actually
when you get done, shoot me a text. I'm gonna give them a call, and me and my team we're gonna ask some questions.
Okay,
Well, big boy got you now. I'm dead serious. I ain't playing with this. I'm dead serious.
I'll believe you.
Okay. All right, cool. Got you. All right. Long as you know. All right. So they wasn't that concerned. What was the final thing they said before they left your presence?
So I didn't even think that they were going to make a report about the situation. So my mom had said, can you at least write a report? And he said, yes, he can write a report. And this is what he said to us. He said, this is what I suggest you to do, is to just get a no trespassing sign. That's your suggestion? Okay. I mean, duh. You shouldn't trespass people's stuff anyways, even if they don't have a trespassing sign.
Voila, get a no trespassing sign. Voila. Wow. Okay.
Wow. What in the world is that going to do? They don't care about the law. What you think they care about a trespassing sign for? What? So that's exactly what they said to us. They said, what I suggest is that you get a no trespassing sign. That's all they said. They didn't want to help at all. But now the situation has gone out and, it's getting bigger. And the Guardian posted it. Now that people are like, why in the world did, Salisbury not help out? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? They need to, fix that. Now they want to act like they care so much.
Right.
Now.
Okay.
And I'm like, don't you help now. I'm already getting a lawyer.
Oh, no. Because Unmuted is calling. And we're going to get some answers. Unmuted is calling. We're going to put that pressure on them for sure. Because there's no way possible you could have something like this to happen in your county.
Brush it off like it's nothing.
To one of your people and like it's nothing. You see the vandalism.
Right.
You see what they've done.
If I would have just stepped a foot on his yard and he would have called the police about that, I would have been in jail.
Oh, or you won't even be able to be on this podcast right now talking to your big brother.
Exactly. I would probably be dead. But we have to be so calm about it and so chill about it and not post about it. No, I'm posting about it. I'm going to let it be known. I don't care what anybody says. This is going to be heard because this is something that I had to go through. And I shouldn't have had to go through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I definitely shouldn't have to go through that.
Yes.
Like they could have just left me alone. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to get a final say on this. And not only that, you're going to win this case.
Yes.
You're going to get everything back double for your trouble. Oh, no, God going to do a whole lot more than double for you on this one. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you that. He's going to do it. He's going to do it because there's no way you didn't do anything wrong. You have a big heart for people. Mm-hmm. And to hear how you think about your parents, to even say, hey, look, I know they don't mind me having people in the house doing my business or whatever, but I still have a heart that I want to get my own so they don't have to worry about it.
Right.
You're so beyond your years. You're so wise. I just appreciate you.
Thank you.
Before we leave, do you have a GoFundMe or a Cash App or anything that we can put on here?
I have a GoFundMe. You could just look up my name, Angel Pittman, and it will pop up. But I do have a link too. So if you want me to send you the link, I can do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yes, do that. Send me that link and I'll post it on here on the video. And
I'll also like my handle, like my Instagram handle and TikTok, because I'm on those pages too.
All right.
I'm on those platforms. I said pages.
So guys, if you want to look up Angel Pittman to send her GoFundMe, Cash App, or whatever, it's going to be right here on the screen. Look it up, shoot it to her. Or if you want to send me some money so I can go get some tangerines because I'm extremely hungry right now, you can do that as well. But we want to make sure that she get you need Cadillac converters, right?
Yes.
They're $1,000 a piece.
Yes. For the buses, $1,000 a piece. I don't know how much they are for regular cars, but
so 2 per bus, and you need to get 2 of them fixed, right?
Yes.
So that's $4,000. She needs $4,000, people. Let's do our part to help that Pepper get those buses back on the road. Because this is unfortunate that this happened to her, but it's fortunate because those that really care and have a heart, we're going to step up and make sure that she get back on the road. Point blank, period. Miss Pittman, I thank you and your client for coming on camera, even though she don't want to show her face.
I can show my
I know how black women is, man. You don't want nobody to see your face and get their head. It's good. It's all good though. But share your story with us, and we're definitely gonna put this story out there on all platforms. and we're going to get the help that you need. So from this, you got a family member now. From this, we're going to make sure that everything goes well. Oh, yeah, we praying. No, see, we praying for too. See, we ain't going to beat you upside the head. We're going to pray for you too. So we got you. All right?
Thank you so much.
No problem. God bless you and your business. And I speak and prophesy over your business going to be even more than what you ever thought. In Jesus' name. Period.
I receive it.
Most definitely. All right. Well, you take care of yourself and anything else. You got my number. Call me, text me, let me know what's going on, and we'll get up there.
All right, I will. Thank you so much again.
Hold on, my bad. I mean, he been sitting back there so patiently, like he went at that service. You next, bro? I got you cut, cuz. I got you cut next, man. You good?
He said you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. So I want you to do me a favor, man. I want you to take 3 rocks and go by that man's house and hit him one in his knee and throw the next 2 right up there, old skinny head of his, and knock him out. So he do that. All right, y'all. This has been another episode of Unmuted, man. We're gonna make sure that this young woman gets herself back on the road. All right. Peace out.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy 77, man. Thank you for watching this interview. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting on this channel. I really appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click that button right down there. Don't wait till your homeboy blow up. You wait. Go ahead and participate and become part of the Unmuted family. We greatly appreciate it. We work very hard to bring you good content and stories that you probably never heard of before, and a little something to make you think about the Lord a little bit and laugh a little bit. All right, guys. Like, click, share, comment. Don't text me. Put it right there in the comments. Sip7 out.